All right. Hi, guys. Thanks so much for jumping on. Or if you're watching this recording, thank you so much for watching. Me and Stephanie just came off a what's called Super Weekend in our company. It's basically where we get together locally and we work out together and we just get inspired together, and it's just so much fun. And so we just wanted to jump on here and talk about coaching, since so many of you were interested in what we were doing yesterday in New York City. And so Stephanie's going to tell her story and tell you a little bit about coaching and what we do as coaches. And then I'm going to jump on, tell my story, and tell you how we made money and stuff like that, all the good stuff. So Steph, go for it. Take it away.
All right. Well, I can't believe it's been a year that I've been in this company now. I joined a year back in November when Julie asked me, after I've been stalking her for a good month, just watching her work out and sharing her story. And I just kept on looking and checking in with her every day, seeing what she was doing. And she saw me stalking and she invited me to what's called a challenge group. And I was a little hesitant at first because I knew what Beachbody was at the time, and I tried a couple workouts, but it just didn't really seem to stick. And so I was a little hesitant to work out with some strangers on the internet. And I am so glad that I said yes, because it has been life-changing ever since this past year. So I joined back in November, and in January she asked me to become a coach. And I was kind of hesitant because I'm a teacher and I have very little free time during the day, and I bring my work home sometimes with me at night, and I'm newly married and taking on a lot of other responsibilities at home. So I just wasn't sure that I was going to have enough time to fit this in my schedule, because at the time I was also a consultant with another network marketing company, and I was with that company for 4 years, and I just didn't really see any change other than a couple of paychecks here and there to help cover the groceries and the gas. And I was hesitant to see if this was actually going to pan out the way that I wanted it to. And seeing Julie's success and seeing all of the other coaches in our challenge group successes, it made me take that leap. And I'm so glad that I did, because it has been transformational, not only financially, but and physically and spiritually. And I'm so glad that I said yes and I took that leap of faith, because I wouldn't be the person that I am today with this mindset that I have acquired. And so I'm so more in tune, and I'm so much more confident in myself, because I was also a really big introvert, and I still am. But I've grown and I've evolved in myself this past year, and that wouldn't have happened without the virtual gym community that we have. And that was one of my hesitations when joining, and not knowing anyone in that community and doing this all by myself. That was really scary for me as an introvert. And when I started sharing my workout pictures, my sweaty selfies every day, and just talking with the other girls in the group and sharing our struggles and sharing our successes, that's what it's all about. Just sharing your journey, sharing the good, sharing the bad, and just sharing your life, and having that ability to, and that confidence to share yourself will help other people realize that it's okay to share your struggles. And I've definitely have grown this past year, and I wouldn't have been able to do that if I didn't take that initial leap. Even though I had so many hesitations, putting in that time and taking that leap was life-changing for me. And you just have to want to know that you want to change more than you want to stay the same. And I definitely wanted to change. I was in such an awful rut not only physically because I was running and not really seeing any changes in my body physically after putting in all of that hard work, but I was also stuck. I was depressed. I was going to a job that I hated every day, that I just didn't feel like I was appreciated every day, and I was overwhelmed with schoolwork, and I was overwhelmed with my long commute, and this changed it all, because not only is this a physical journey for me, but I realized that it's also a mental journey as well. And I've learned so much more about myself, um, and just the fact that you can do whatever you want to do. And that's really brought this company, and this journey has really brought that out in me this past year. And this is only the beginning. And my hesitations are no longer hesitations anymore. And I want to share that with you and let you know that, yes, that could be a hesitation, but why not? Why not take that leap? Because what do you have to lose, pretty much? Julie, I'm going to turn it back to you.
Yay! First of all, I just want to say I'm so proud of Stephanie, because being an introvert is not an easy thing to take such a huge leap. And you can see that she has grown so much, so much. She actually said no to me the first time I asked her to be in a challenge group too. She's like, no. And I was like, okay, I'll ask you next month, because I know you're going to do this with me. And I'm so glad she did, because I was kind of the same way. So I'll tell you a little bit about my story. I was introduced to Beachbody way back when. I bought Insanity off Amazon. I, at the time, was going to the gym in college. I had gained like 20 pounds, freshman 15, 20. And I felt so uncomfortable at the gym. I didn't know what to do. I felt like people were always looking at me. All I did was ride the bike, and I saw zero results. So I bought Insanity off Amazon, and I started doing it in my dorm room, and I saw the best results I'd ever seen in my entire life. Even though I was super active all my life, and skinny, I wasn't necessarily healthy in any way, but this opened a door for me. And I'm like the independent type of person. I'm an introvert. I don't want to talk to anyone. I want to do things on my own. I want to be able to just be independent in that way. So this was perfect for me. Had no idea coaching even existed. Fast forward, I don't know, a year into my teaching career. So I'm also a full-time teacher. I teach chemistry. Someone approached me about coaching, and I was like, well, I have no time and I have no money, because I just bought a house and we're dumping thousands of dollars into renovating it. And I'm currently working 3 jobs. I'm a brand new full-time teacher. I'm tutoring 4 kids after school, and I'm babysitting most nights and weekends. So I'm trying to pay for all these renovations. Like, why would I ever spend $160 on myself, you know? But I did, because I knew Beachbody was amazing. And once I heard of this coaching opportunity and saw the future in that, I just jumped all in. I was like, you know what? I've always wanted to help people in health and fitness. This is the best solution I have found. So why wouldn't I share it with people? And fast forward almost 4 years later, which is insane that I've been almost a coach for almost 4 years. Coaching has gone with me through so many vacations, and I had just had a baby 7 months ago. So working out while I'm pregnant, and it's just been a journey for sure. So no matter where you are at in your journey, it does not matter if you have 100 pounds to lose, if you want to gain weight, if you're pregnant, if you're postpartum, whatever. It doesn't matter your age. You can absolutely do this. And people don't do this because they have a lot of extra time and they're like, what should I fill my time with? No, people do this to make more time. So I was working 3 jobs. Oh, I forgot to mention, I was in grad school too. I had no time for myself. What was I saying? Oh, so basically I was doing all these things, and now all I do is stay at home and coach. I'm not a retired teacher yet, but I was able to extend my maternity leave for almost a full year so that I could stay at home with my daughter and just work coaching full time. I am going to go back in the spring, but then I'll probably be done. So I started this with huge goals in mind. Like, hey, I saw the future that other people had created with this. And I was like, I want to do that too. I want that financial freedom. We've paid off almost $30,000 in debt. We are almost debt free. Yay. Besides our mortgage, obviously. And I just saw this opportunity as a way to have more freedom financially, with time, with money, all of it. And it's crazy because I never knew this whole coaching community existed, but it was the biggest surprise to my whole journey. I was just like amazed that this group of women came together with a purpose to help other people and could change their lives with it, just by impacting other lives, which I think is the ultimate job that anyone wants to have, something that is so valuable to other people, and in return you receive something for it. And like Steph said, like when she started, she just took that leap of faith and just believed a little bit in herself that she could maybe do this. And now look at her. I mean, she didn't tell you this, but she's going to Punta Cana next year for free because she earned that trip and qualified for it, because within the first year of being a coach. So we are going to Punta Cana next year, and that's just so exciting. Like, that is just one of the perks of being a coach. But the people that we've helped in the lives we've impacted, whether it be our family or our friends or random people on Instagram or Facebook, like, it is just so rewarding. So I obviously have way more time now that I'm a coach than I did when I actually started. And when I started, I mean, I was not a shake girl. I didn't do anything nutritionally. And I think that's a part of my journey, but the personal growth that has happened through this process of getting out of your comfort zone is just life changing. Like, I was also not very friendly person. I was pretty judgmental. I didn't really serve others in any way. But now I just accept everyone. I serve in so many different areas of my life. And this is definitely servant work, being a coach, for sure. This is not just us trying to sell you something, or it's not going to be you trying to sell something and just leaving people. That to me is like direct sales. That is not what this is about, which makes this hard work, for sure. We are not looking for people who just want to like make a buck. This is hard work, but it is so rewarding and so much fun. That once you get into our community, you won't want to leave. So how do we make money? Because that's one of the most common questions we get. So when you first start, most of the money that you make will be through commissions. And that is one of the ways that you can make money in this business. I call that the fast cash. So we make 25 to 40% commission off everything that people buy from you. So that's one way. The other way is called team cycle bonuses. So when you start to grow your own team, Beachbody says, oh my gosh, you're doing great. We're just going to reward you for that. So they just pay you money to grow your team. And this can get kind of complex. And obviously we would tell you more about it. We have tons of team training. But basically, as you get bigger and bigger and mentor more and more coaches underneath you, and then they start to grow their businesses, Beachbody just pays you more and more money. And then there's also different rank bonuses. So once you hit 4 different ranks in this business, they just give you quarterly bonuses, which can add up to a lot of money. I think, well, I don't know the numbers off the top of my head, but that is the longevity money in this. So growing your team, mentoring, and being a leader to other leaders, that is how the longevity money and the exponential growth can come from this. So yes, it is not a get rich quick scheme. It is also not a pyramid scheme. You have to be in this. You have to be consistent, but it can completely change your financial status and your personal status completely. I think that's all I was going to share. Oh, how to get started with that stuff. So most people get a challenge pack because that comes with the nutrition and the fitness side of things. And they're both discounted when you buy them together, aka the challenge pack. And you can also become a coach for free. So if you've already purchased a challenge pack, maybe you're already in our virtual gym and you're just thinking about coaching, you can become a coach for free right now. If you're not in our community yet, then you would purchase a challenge pack. We would sign you up as a coach, and you would pay the same price as a customer would. So your coach or the person who is recruiting you would help you pick out your challenge pack, because there's a bunch of different ones to join with. So yeah, I don't think if anyone has any questions, definitely contact your coach. But besides that, we would love to have you on our team. When you join our team, we obviously, your coach will be your personal one-on-one mentor, but we do a lot of team training together. We have weekly team calls, and we have a training website and all the good stuff. So you are not alone in this business at all. We all kind of come together because our main mission is to help people in whatever area of their life they need help, whether it's health and fitness or finances or community, personal development, whatever it is. We are just there to help. So, all right. If you have any questions, let your coach know, and we're looking forward to having you on our team.